I don't want to do this video because I hate this kid, Omnipolitics16. I hate him. It's fine to say it. It's because he's so fucking stupid. And I think I chose the right video. His little move of hiding behind this kid's picture did have the one side effect of making it a little difficult to jump around in his videos, because you don't know which one's which unless you know them by title. It doesn't really matter. I think this is the one that I want, so let's go ahead and do a little commentary on him. I got so many things I want to say to him, and I'm tired of trying to talk to him and his defenders in the comment sections of his videos, so I'm gonna make this one. It'll let me hit the play button.
Hello guys, my name is Omnipolitics16, and sorry for the bad mic quality, but I have my laptop out and my computer's fucking in maintenance right now because it's fucking acting shitty at the moment. So if you all have looked at the live stream, you'll notice how shitty my performance.
Did you try to fuck it?
Yes. Under a lot of pressure. Not blaming the pressure, but I was under a lot of pressure and shit. I didn't go off my points that well, but I will be making a video in the future explaining what I meant to say in the video and what I actually was trying to imply in the video. Now, there was some questions I haven't even fucking asked because they kept on interrupting me. And some.
Oh, we all know you were not interrupted. You're just backpedaling now. You're scared. You took lumps in public. You got your ass beat verbally. And now you're trying to save your face. But we all know you're a goddamn moron, okay? This is what this video is here to illustrate how stupid you are. That's about it.
And they haven't even let me explain my fucking points fully. And they
You had plenty of time to explain all your points, which are non-existent. Your only point is, kids don't get physical damage from the sex. Oh, you ignore the mental damage, and then when people tell you about it, you just ask that question again. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
Every time I make a point, so yeah. I'm not saying they're wrong on points, but I'm gonna watch the live stream again and refute their points and make a video on it. I heard some of their points when I was listening to them, and
only some of them, right? Because you weren't really listening. You were concentrating on someone else in the room with you because you're a fucking idiot. And a disrespectful one at that. Because you're barely keeping your sociopathic tendencies in check. You're like a highly functioning psychopath.
Not good at all, of course. But I'm gonna announce why in a future video. Now, why did I make this video for? Particularly because...
Why did I make this video for? Yeah. Gonna listen to all your arguments.
I have heard the controversy about me and doxing. And people were trying to dox me, and they don't even know that's fucking illegal, but they think they're doing the right thing by doxing me.
I would be for doxing you, because you're a pedophile. Really. People need to know when they see you coming to watch their fucking children. You have stated a desire publicly that you want to screw kids. What is it, between 4 and 9? Asshole.
Yeah, let's just ignore that. But they keep on accusing me that I have a Twitter, which I don't.
It doesn't matter if you did or not, but you did, and now it's gone.
If I did have a Twitter,
I did had a Twitter, I'd Twitter in the morning. If you did had a Twitter, what the fuck? People are supposed to take your arguments seriously when you don't even speak proper English. Don't tell me it's not your first language.
They literally in the description below. If I did have a Twitter.
No, you're a pedophile, so if you had a Twitter and thought you were safe, you certainly don't anymore, and the link wouldn't be in the box below, just like your fucking face isn't in your own video. You put this other kid up here, hoping the world will think it's him talking, I guess. Because you're a fucking coward.
I don't know who the Twitter account is by, but it's not me. I have announced this in a past video, actually, that I recently just privated because it was like an announcement video for a response video I was going to do, and I mentioned about it. And it wasn't my Twitter. I never had a Twitter. But I will be creating a Twitter pretty soon. And it's not going to be under Omnipolitics16 because it's already taken now. But I will be making a Twitter pretty soon. And I will be making a video in the future pretty soon about the live stream. So, an update.
Please, please make a Twitter.
Is my stance changed on pedophilia? Well, given the live stream, I looked at it from a more emotional approach because I understand Andy's fucking experience, and it sounded just fucking weird because he said the girl sat on his face. That's what I heard at first, but then he says that the girl rubbed his pussy on his face, so I don't fucking know. It's fucking confusing as shit.
You are pretending. Okay, either two things are happening here. Either you're really intelligent and you're pretending to be stupid in such a convincing way, or you're really stupid. Either one, it's not really good for you. But pretending like you don't know what sitting on faces means, you've got the fucking internet. I'm pretty sure you put that phrase into Google and seen what, pops up. So if you're confused by the concept of face sitting, then you would be confused by many other things too, I'm sure. So again, more evidence, reasons not to listen to you when you make any sort of argument about anything. I don't care if you're trying to tell people that water is wet. If they could choose a better source than you. Because, you talk like you have a mouthful of rocks, man. You're stupid.
But, yeah, he did say the girl rubbed the ass on his face, and I said it was a kink because I never heard of a sexual move like that, and that makes anyone aroused, like literally.
Okay, let's take that statement apart a little bit. I said it was a kink because I had never heard of anything like that. So, okay, you studied kinks, but you don't know anything about face sitting. Like you put kink into the internet, into Google, and you didn't get any sort of face sitting. I find that hard to believe as a straight person that looks at porn. I find that hard to believe. So I'm calling bullshit on you, and the fact that I get this psychic feeling from when you're talking there that you're desperate and you're nervous and you have butterflies in your stomach. It's very evident in your voice that you're scared to death and you're trying anything you can to distance yourself from yourself, which you're going to find very hard to do.
If you were pulled into a room by a girl and she sat on your face, like, that would make you pretty uncomfortable.
Don't you think? You think it would? Maybe. It depends on who you're talking about, but just about any child that happens to is going to be uncomfortable, and you just admitted it. So there is some of your psychological damage, stupid.
Adults. Like, literally, unless you're a fucking pervert, then you're not going to enjoy that. That's what I meant to say. I have noticed
there are a lot of age and legal perverts out there, and most people don't want to fuck kids. So if a girl that was attractive to them did yank them into a room and do that, none of them would be uncomfortable. If we're talking about the subject being a straight white male or whatever. However, those same guys, when they were young like Andy, they would have stories like Andy's, which you were fucking ignoring because you're a reptile.
Now that Andy kind of proved my point.
What was that? What was your point again? This is the time to reiterate the point. Let's hear the point.
In his experience, he told me, actually, he said that he hasn't had physical harm done to him. Luckily, thankfully, he hasn't.
Oh, we're focusing on the physical harm again, just like you and I don't know the guy's name, and I'm not going to move my screen at the moment to go down into the comments section, but you have a little butt buddy who is in the comments of many of your videos using the same arguments you use, but he claims he's not a pedophile. I guess he's asking for a friend. But you're both very annoying because you're both stupid. You're stupid as fuck. I mean, I love that you exist because you're giving me a chance to go into my thesaurus and try to think of the different ways I can insult your intelligence. Not really thesaurus, it'd be more like an insult book. Like, I've called you stupid as a mud fence before. Let's see, what is another good? Stupid as a solar-powered flashlight. Stupid as an ejector seat on a helicopter. You're that dumb. You're fucking stupid. I listen to you talk on many occasions now, and you're a fucking phoebe, dude.
Harm done to him when he was a child. I don't want Andy to get harmed in any way. I don't think...
Only psychologically, because you don't know what that is, and you don't believe in it, apparently, because when people tell you that there are mental and emotional consequences to sex, especially the younger you are, the more there are. You can only develop this thick skin against this sort of things with experience and getting your heart broken and getting hurt. And usually that has to be done by people in your peer group or close to it. Because the bigger the difference, the more damage that can be done, right? The more advantage can be taken. But you ignore all that, and you keep coming back to, why can't kids consent? Why can't kids consent? People tell you why. And then you and other pedos say you don't understand, it's so confusing. They can't consent because of everything I just told you. They don't know about the consequences. And they don't need to learn about them with someone who's vastly too old for them.
Andy is wrong or stupid. I don't think he's stupid. I don't think he's retarded or all these mean...
This is you attempting to feel like you're on the same side of the fence as Andy and feel a little secure and better and maybe like the bigger person or like a developed adult. If you did had a Twitter.
What I think he is just not understanding my viewpoint on the situation, but I don't think he's stupid.
See, you wanted to say something else. You wanted to say something else, and your stupid punk ass didn't hit stop on the machine and doing a completely new take. No, you edited yourself midstream and tried to choose less offensive words. But you probably wanted to say something terrible there. I mean, I could feel the cliff. You walked up to the edge and stopped. You didn't jump. And you think you're smart, but I picked up on it, and I'm pretty sure other people will too. You know, some of us don't really... Some of us look for patterns, and some of us just know intuitively by your body language, by the tense in your voice, by your verbiage, what your intentions are and what you might be feeling. It's not 100% accurate, of course, but anyone listening might agree with me.
But he said that he didn't realize the badness of the situation until he was 12 years old, where he started to notice the social tactics.
Yeah, later in life. See? He said he was about 4 when that girl did that to him. Later in life, it sank in. You learn more. You don't understand what's happened to you at that age. But that's the age you start your sexual imprinting, right? You imprint off of things around you. And if those things are positive, you'll more than likely grow up to be a positive, fully mentally formed person. And if those things are negative, you could grow up to be a monster. And the thing you're arguing for, asshole, is going around and fucking with children during that stage of their life, when they are imprinting. You know, this is from 0 age to about 7 or 8. I mean, you're imprinting totally throughout your life, but if you really think about it, you imprinted a lot at that age on things that you might not be aware of. So your argument is that it should be okay for you to fuck around with children during that stage of their life. And if that was happened to you, which is why a lot of pedophiles are generated, they're abused and they become that themselves because they imprint off of the damage done to them at that age, trying to find the silver lining to the cloud that you put them in. That you put them in. I'm going to say it one more time. That you put them in. Okay? That's the argument you're making, and it's a shitty one, and that's why everybody wants to kill you.
Pedophilia and the uncommonness of pedophilia. So, yeah.
It isn't common because it should be fucking discouraged. Oh my God. It's uncommon because not many people want to do it. Because not many people think it's right. Okay? And a few of you do. And that's fine. But No one's going to feel sorry for you. I'm sad to say. Actually, I'm not. I'm being sarcastic. Retarded people like you don't pick up on that, so I'm just going to tell you. I'm not sad to say it.
I gotta explain that in a future video, because... Damn, he wasn't harmed by the sex. He didn't feel harmed by the sex. He just...
Back to the harm by the sex again. He wasn't harmed by the sex. Because that momentary bit is all that's important to you pedophiles. The sex not harming them because you don't want to witness the harm. You won't be there for the emotional harm unless you tie them up in the basement and keep them for 7 or 8 years. Because that's what you have to do. Because it's so normal, right? Right. No one will try to escape you, right? Nothing bad will happen to you. So you tie them up and put them in bondage. Become something worse than a pedophile. Pedophilic serial kidnapper. And then you guys end up being murderers. Because then you got to dispose of these human beings in ways that don't implicate you and get you in trouble. Pedophilia is a gateway thing. So they used to say pot was a gateway drug. Well, pedophilia is certainly a gateway to other shit. Murder foremost among them. And since you're reptiles, you don't really feel bad. That's why you focus on this this physical harm and not the mental harm, because you don't know what it's like, really. Either you've been damaged and that part of you is subsumed or fucking disappeared or pushed down and buried, or you just never had it to begin with. Those are the factors. Those are the most common reasons for this situation, right? But here you are. He didn't physically harm him. He just told you how fucked up he was. He made Blair White cry with his story. I've never heard Blair White cry. But, yeah, he told you all that, and you shit on it by returning to the question, no physical harm, but why can't kids consent? But why? Well, this whole argument was a means of trying to tell you why. But you and people in your comment section aren't hearing it. And that's why we call you stupid. You're like chickens, man. You could scare chickens, and you could put a section of fence that they could completely run around to either side to get around, but they'll try to go through it, and they'll die trying to go through it because they think, yeah, point A, point B, I'm just trying to get there. Just like what you're trying to do. You're going to die running into the wall of morality and law and the sheer fact of numbers that most animals kill people like you. You would be that member of the pack that the other wolves chomp on and kill, the cull. You'd be the chicken in the coop that all the other chickens are pecking to death because something's wrong with it. That's the reaction people have when they know someone is a pedophile. Because you have this desire, and you are intent on this desire so much. But you swear the children are safe, because you've never offended, ever. You promise. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck every pedophile out there. In a way they don't want. I can't feel sorry for you. Can't feel sorry for you. There's too many other people to feel sorry for on this earth. And so I'm going to keep my character points for them, not for you.
Thought to himself that he was manipulated and taken advantage of.
Manipulated how? Manipulated how? Oh wait, you don't believe in those sort. I mean, I know you've never said you don't believe in feelings and psychological harm and all that. But you're demonstrating that you don't, because every time someone says there is psychological harm, you say, but how? Because there is psychological harm. But how? God damn it.
Which I didn't expect Andy to be a child sexual abuse victim. I literally didn't. Which is probably why he responded to my video in a more emotional approach rather than a cognitive approach.
First, you have to pronounce it cognitive. And he was a little bit of both. You're more emotional than anything. And yeah, that threw you for a fucking loop, didn't it, brother? You didn't expect him to have any grounds to speak on. You didn't expect a victim to tell you about it. You quailed like a vampire who had seen a cross. And it's funny because you're so stupid. You're like Hodor. Actually, he's smarter than you. He knows right from wrong and he doesn't fuck kids. So, yeah. You're just dumb. And watching you fall off a building would be fun, actually.
So now I understand why he's approaching my video with like, oh, catch this guy, blah 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 this, blah 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 that. I understand completely now.
Blah, blah, blah this, blah, blah, blah that. Let's see. Let me break this segment down. You just took Andy's story that you said you felt some sympathy for. You didn't wish any harm on him or anything like that. You just took his story and you blah, 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 yada, yada, yada'd him. And you're basically trying to paint it like, see, he's a victim of sexual abuse. Well, of course he would. He would hate my videos. Now, you're so fucking stupid. Omni ass face 21. You're so fucking stupid that you can't see what's happening here. A victim of sexual abuse, which you would say he is. But you don't believe that someone could abuse him. You see? That's someone being you, but, you know, any pedophile would in your place. But, so, he tells you a story of how that fucked him up later in life, and he still deals with it. And you go, well, there's no physical harm. You're an idiot. You're a fucking stone-headed tree stump brainchild. You're a goddamn rocket scientist. You're so smart. Egghead. Oh my god. It is entertaining how stupid you are. I mean, you have just enough of vocabulary to try to fool some people who are equally stupid. But you're a moron, dude.
And I'm not mad at him for what
you can't be mad at him, punk.
He even let me explain myself fully and just got upset that I said some of my points like
No, see, he didn't let you explain yourself fully. He had you on the live stream so you could explain yourself. All you had to do was talk, stupid. That's all you had to do, but you didn't because you don't have any points to present.
Establish a bond with the pedophile first before allowing your kids to make it a low probability so manipulation doesn't happen.
You mean you're telling people that when a 40-year-old dude wants to fuck their 9-year-old daughter that they should establish a bond with him so that he doesn't manipulate her? Well, at that point, that would be all the parents and the guy manipulating the kid, you goddamn idiot. You stupid piece of shit. I've seen horse turds that are smarter than you.
But they got all mad about it and said it could still happen and all this other stupid crap.
You got all mad about it, said it could still happen, all this stupid crap. You're a fucking genius. You're a master orator. I don't understand why you lose so many arguments presenting your little points and other people just being emotional. I don't know why you don't have a giant following on YouTube of other intellectuals who love watching you cut people apart like Christopher Hitchens' rapier sharp wit. I don't understand it at all. Oh wait, it could just be you're a fucking freak. It could be that. It could be you have the IQ of ice water. Oh, you have the IQ of a muffin top, dude. A bag of garbage. Charcoal. Somewhere between charcoal and chalkboard. Oh, I love you for this.
I gotta refute the video on my own time. Right now, it's just...
Because you're so goddamn dumb. I mean, I have brain damage and all that. I understand having to digest things. But you've entered into the big leagues, fella. You don't jump in the ring unless you can swing. And so it's evident that you cannot. But crying about it's not going to make more people listen to you. So yeah.
I don't have a Twitter right now, if anyone's wondering.
You don't had a Twitter. Did you had a Twitter, you would tell us you did that. You had it a Twitter.
And yeah, this was all for the video. This is just an update after the live stream. Is my stance changed?
No. I'm gonna say no.
emotional approach, a little bit. But from a cognitive approach, it remains the same.
What the fuck does that even mean? This is a word. I'm going to use a word that you don't understand. Fuck, now I'm having trouble recalling the word, so I'm dumb too. It's not solipsism, but you know what I mean. You are trying to sound smart. You're using big words that you don't even understand to sound smart. Sophistry. That's what it's called. Cha-ching. Sophistry. You don't even know what the fuck you just said. What did you just say? From an emotional standpoint, a little bit. But from a cognitive standpoint, no. So do you feel a little guilty about trying to fuck kids? But in your cognitive mind, which I'm going to call your reptile mind. We all have a reptile mind. But in your cognitive mind, no. Well, of course not, because you really want to fuck them. So therefore it can't be bad. And any information thrown at you that says it is just someone being emotional. So go ahead.
And he can make a video demolishing me all he wants, but whatever.
You're still gonna fuck kids, right? He can make a video demolishing you. Basically destroying all your points. Like I'm doing right now. I'm stomping all over you, figuratively. You know, you are wrapped in a carpet, and I am the platoon of horses running back and forth over you at the behest of Kublai Khan. We don't like you here.
And I have asked him to send me the fucking studies, which he hasn't sent to me yet. That prove that the sex is inherently harmful, and the sex is the main cause of the harm.
You're a stupid bird turd. You are insect shit. You want studies, you want citations. Walk out into the street and say, I like to fuck 9-year-old kids. Somebody tell me it's wrong. And how many people tell you it's wrong? That's all you have to do. How about, I know you watch kids, you fucking piece of shit. So when you're watching them, I want you to put yourself in their place. I want you to look at their expressions as they run around in the park, chasing each other around the big toy and the jungle gym. I want you to think that being is innocent and knows nothing about the world. Maybe that's what turns you on. But you have to run this through your head, okay? Try this little program. Think to yourself, that creature is innocent. And I could have total domination over them because I'm older. It's not fair to them for me to try that. Also, if you do, their dad or mom might just fucking end your life that day. So, I mean, you really should try to humanize children. The problem is you don't see them as human beings. You see them as something you can fuck. And people like you try to phrase it as, oh, but these awesome relationships can be had between adults and children. No, they can't. Slavery is all that happens in those situations. Some sort of mental bondage, because you got them when they were vulnerable and young, and they didn't learn a thing about the world. And the idea for some of you fucking pedos is to keep it that way, and they're the only person. You're the only one they ever know, or that's the way you want it until they grow up and they're too old for you. Then what's supposed to happen? Oh, now they're the person with all this baggage that you don't want to believe exists. And they have to deal with themselves and their lives and what they've done and who they let take advantage of them. Stupid motherfucker.
He hasn't sent me a fucking link yet, but I'm still waiting.
Send you a link, motherfucker. I'll send you a link. It's gonna be my fist in your mouth. That's the link. The link between me and you. And if I don't do it, someone else will. You know? Because, and not even because you're a pedophile. It's because you're so stupid. I hate you. You're just so dumb. Right now I'm imagining you running back and forth in your bedroom, bouncing off the wall because you want to go into the other room. And you don't understand why you can't be in there. but you're just running into the wall over and over again, and your stupid hair is flipping around. It's a great little fantasy. Oh, hey, how about this? Here, let's flip your little argument that you guys make a lot, okay? Okay, you have a desire to fuck children, and you and people like Todd Nickerson think that you should be allowed to be part of society, that we should trust you, that you'll control your urges, and you'll be celibate for life, right? Excellent. So this is why that won't work, okay? Me and other people have this urge too, but it's a different one. It's not the urge you have, which is an animalistic reptile, early mammal, lower-brained urge to just fuck anything, vulnerable. Our urge is to hurt and torture mentally and maybe physically pedophiles. That's our urge. It's like our purpose. It's like, you know, for a long time, living creatures have always had members of their packs and social groups that do things like this, right? So our urge is to hurt pedophiles and make them cry and make them suffer. But, you know, I'm a non-offending pedophile herder. I've never hurt a pedophile that I know of. So I should be allowed to live next door to you. Would you be comfortable with that? Would you be comfortable knowing that I was next door to you and that I desired to just come over to your house and hit you in the mouth with a monkey wrench? Did I thought about it all the time? I mean, I wouldn't do it. I have such great control over myself. You know, I mean, you just have to trust me, right? Treat me like a member of society. You have to accept me. So, are you comfortable? Does that idea make you comfortable? Wait, you're stupid. I don't know if you can handle these abstracts. So let me say it slower. If someone who desires to hurt you wants to live next door to you, but claims that they can control themselves, would you feel comfortable living next to them? This is the way everybody else in the world feels about you, virtuous pedophiles. Who gives a shit what you claim you can do? Nobody cares what sort of self-control you claim to have. If you have it, right? If you have that power somehow, let's just go ahead and say magically that all of you fuckheads can totally control yourselves. You have a switch that you can throw, and you know you can control yourself. Well, great. If you go and announce to the world, though, that you have this desire not to control yourself, no one is obligated to feel sorry for you. And you're dumb. Because if you had the power to control yourself, then you should have also had the fucking power not to announce what you are to the world, and you could have lived a happy life blending in. The life you wanted, being accepted by society, is just a bachelor or something. Instead, you cry about it and you want everyone to pat you on the back. Well, not gonna happen unless you're a member of By Any Means Necessary, because they support NAMBLA. Look into that, people. Yeah, I had to throw that in there. They support pedophiles. SJWs support pedophiles. Anyway.
This day for the link. So yeah, guys, that was all. And this is just the update on the live stream. And yeah, I don't know what else to say other than I'm going to be making a video.
You could say, I'm going to go be shooting myself because I'm too stupid to be alive, and I'm just going to take Cassius Dio's advice, and I'm going to stick a red hot poker up my ass and jump off a cliff.
Sure, I have no script for this video, that's why I'm kind of like repeating the same points maybe.
You had a script for some of your other videos? You're stupid.
Yeah, I'll be making a video in the future about the live stream and refute it as best as I can. So see you guys.
You should have refuted it in the live stream, you lazy piece of shit. Fuck yourself. That's it. Just fuck yourself. That's it, everybody. I hope that you navigate through the internet safely.
Got him! Got him!